Okay. All right. So, guys, Hugh Jackman, my friend over here, guy I've been hanging out with this entire broadcast, we go way back, man. We go way back to when all he did was dance and stuff and act in plays. We go way back. We go way back to before he got his role. He got his role as Wolverine. If you guys don't know this, he was not supposed to be Wolverine. There was a whole other actor who was supposed to be Wolverine. He was the main villain from Mission Impossible 2 or 3, the one where Tom Cruise, of course, was fighting him in the desert. Remember, he hit a dude with a motorcycle in the desert at the end. Remember that? That guy was supposed to be Wolverine, not Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman was not in the picture at all. There was no this, okay? There's a whole other guy who was supposed to be Wolverine, but he got injured before they started making the X-Men movies, so they had to replace that guy. They replaced that guy with Hugh Jackman. If that guy would not have gotten injured, this wouldn't be what we're looking at. Arguably, might not have even been the franchise that it is, because everybody knows Wolverine is like the standout reason that people care about those X-Men movies, at least until First Class, and of course everybody has their favorite actors and stuff from it. But you can't say that it's not because of Wolverine. Literally, he's made the thing what it is today. In the cinematic industry, not in comic books, okay? I'm not talking about comic books. But yeah, he was not even supposed to be Wolverine. But here he is. He's going to be in his final Wolverine movie. And today he has tweeted out that there's a poster for it. And here it is on the side of this building right here. As you can see, it's Wolverine. His hand is looking very kind of older. And also there's another person who's holding his hand. I don't know if it's a young boy or young girl. Somebody is holding his hand in this poster. Then the director of the film tweeted out his own picture, which is much more clean. It's like the real image, you know. It's like the one that they want on posters. This movie's coming out March the 3rd, 2017. It is going to be the final Wolverine movie, from what they say, but you know, it's Hollywood, so. We'll see. We'll see about that. But it's going to be called just Logan. It's not going to be called Wolverine 3 or anything. They might change their mind between now and then because they might think people are just like, who the heck is Logan? But for now, the official title of this movie is Logan, which I like. I like that a lot. I want to know who is holding his hand here. Ryan Reynolds actually tweeted out that he is the one holding that hand. Very tender. And I loved that tweet. Ryan Reynolds, if you don't know, Ryan Reynolds is the guy who plays Deadpool. And if you haven't seen that movie, there's a part in the movie, it's not a spoiler, but there's a part in the movie where he's growing back one of his appendages and he's got this really small, tiny little Deadpool hand. And so he tweeted that that's his hand holding Wolverine's hand here, and I was just dying laughing. It was so funny to me. And he put hashtag tender. Maybe it is. Maybe he's not lying. Maybe that's the truth. But who knows? I don't know. Him and Wolverine have had some run-ins, I'll tell you that. In my opinion, I would love to see this be the clone of Wolverine. There's a clone of Wolverine. Maybe you guys don't know this, but from the comic books, there's a clone of Wolverine named X-23. And so they cloned Wolverine, and it turned out to be a female. It turned out to be like a skinny, spry, just clawed up female. She has claws that come from her feet and her hands, and she is no joke. She is just ferocious. But yeah, they cloned Wolverine. It turned out to be a female for some reason. So maybe the way they're going to continue on the Wolverine-esque saga is by having there be a clone of Wolverine. So maybe that's whose hand that is. I would say that's just my 2 cents. I'm not saying that that's exactly what it is, but I would love to see this be his clone, X-23, and for her to like rapidly him teach her what he knows, and for her to just be the next codename Wolverine out there. That'd be really cool. But yeah, that storyline is a real storyline, guys. I'm not making that up. I'm just saying that might not be whose hand this is. Old Man Logan series. Stay true to the comic book. It should be an awesome movie. Yeah. They're saying that he has a very diminished healing factor. It's not the same as it used to be. They're also, the director was, he put out a page of the script, and I read this page so I can give you guys a little bit of lowdown on what he said. He said he doesn't want this to be a super CG film where everything's all crazy computer animated. Said it's going to be very practical, that people are just going to be dying from stuff falling on them. Like Wolverine's basically just going to, like chop a wall and it's going to fall on somebody and kill them. It's not going to be a whole lot of CG, and also that he's not going to be doing over-the-top wire work. It's going to be just smash people's faces, and I like that a lot. And they also said that most likely because of the success of Deadpool, they're going to go for the rating on this. They're going to go for the hard R. They're going to actually make this a movie that is not suitable for people who are not going to the movie with their parents, if they're supposed to be. If they're not old enough to see a movie like that by themselves. But they're going for it. So that's good. I think the last movie in this should be brutal. It should definitely touch more on what Wolverine is about in the comic books, and just give him that send-off that he deserves as just a and also touch on his morality as well. I think Wolverine, from all of his studying in Japan and everything, I think it's really cool for them to touch on things like that and bring him down to that level and not just be some wild animal. To show that bit of zen that he has. And I think that's really cool, because this tells me that there's going to be some of that, I don't know, like just this particular picture it makes me think that there's going to be more to it than just, oh, he's going to run around and have a little adventure, So, wish it would be PG-13 and not rated R. There'll probably be a PG-13 version, but I don't know, man. It seems like they don't care. They're like, this is a guy with blades coming out of his hands. What are we gonna, I mean, he just kind of punches people with them and nothing happens. Like they gotta take it there. I don't think that they're gonna miss out on